See, the world is starting to wake up to all this bullshit. Now, y'all heard what that man said. They be beating this girl up after the whistle, bro. Beating her up, man. And all y'all want to do is tell us, we casual fans, we don't know basketball. This is a physical sport. Man, ain't no physical sport. It's hate and jealousy, bro. And they be beating that girl up, man. And the WNBA allow this shit, bro. But like he said, the world's biggest star. But let me guess. He buck dancing. He glazing. He tap dancing. He a coon. Come on, bro. The world is starting to wake up. The biggest star in probably sports right now, bro. Y'all letting this girl get done like that. And that's probably why she hurt. And we all know it. They need to start finding these women, bro. Finding them, suspending them, and make an example out of somebody, bro. We ain't gonna tolerate this shit, homie. We not gonna be tolerating this shit right here. What's that guy's name that's getting ready to come to the NBA? The white dude? I can't think of his name right now. The rookie that's going to Dallas. I guarantee you, man, they is not gonna be letting that dude get treated like Caitlin Clark, bro. And all the men in the WNBA ain't gonna be jealous and shit neither, bro. We know what we see, bro. The problem is this, man. A lot of people don't like Caitlin Clark, bro. They just hate the girl so much, man, that they just can't even when the truth is staring them in their face, they chose to go the other way, bro. Now, that's what you call hate.
But with all that being said, you know, the WNBA referees has been having issues with getting these calls right when it comes to Caitlin Clark and the Fever, bruh. And I'm telling you, we have another case of that. And shout out to all the fans that, you know, put these TikToks together, put these videos together, kind of, you know, breaking down everything that has happened with the WNBA referees, because we have another game and we have another situation where WNBA referees failed to make the right calls against Caitlin Clark and the Fever. But then people want to get mad when Sophie Cunningham pretty much did what she did.
The world is waking up, and what they're seeing inside the WNBA isn't just basketball. It's a full-blown circus with popcorn and flying elbows. The headlines scream injustice, louder than a soap opera finale, while the league's biggest star, Caitlin Clark, gets hip-checked into next week and side-eyed like she stole someone's lunch money. This isn't just drama. It's a relentless physical onslaught that has fans questioning if this is sport or a brutal reality show. What's truly going down will have you wondering if the WNBA is protecting its golden goose or allowing her to become a crash test dummy in a dangerous league-wide experiment for weeks. The narrative has swirled. Is the physical treatment Caitlin Clark receives just tough basketball or something far more sinister? Let's call it what it is. There's a canyon-sized difference between good, hard basketball and outright goonery. When Clark gets flattened, it's not just a shoulder-to-shoulder bump. It's a hip check that sends her airborne, a body slam that resembles an assault charge, and constant hacking that looks straight out of a Mortal Kombat demo reel. Nobody's asking for a spa retreat with scented towels and zero contact. But this isn't physicality. It's targeted aggression designed to intimidate and punish. It's a calculated, almost personal barrage that goes far beyond the spirit of fair competition, pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable on a basketball court, and often beyond. And then there are the whistles, or rather, the profound lack thereof. When Caitlin gets mauled like a Thanksgiving turkey, the referees respond with the enthusiasm of a DMV worker on a Friday afternoon. It's like they go into full Helen Keller mode. No sight, no sound, no statement, just tumbleweeds rolling across ESPN panels while another clip of her hitting the hardwood goes viral. She gets hacked, she gets body slammed, and what does she get? Silence. Crickets. Maybe even a shrug as if she slipped on a banana peel instead of getting sent flying. Compare that to the NBA's golden days. Michael Jordan got brutalized, but he went to the line. There were consequences. In the WNBA, fouls that would be felonies outside an arena go uncalled, leaving fans to wonder if the rulebook simply takes a coffee break whenever Clark touches the ball. This isn't just bad officiating. It's a systemic problem that seems to be uniquely applied to the league's biggest draw. But why? Why this relentless, uncalled aggression? The uncomfortable truth, whispered by many but rarely acknowledged by the league, is jealousy. Some players look at Caitlin Clark and don't see just another athlete. They see a walking billboard for everything they feel overlooked for. She came from college and became an instant global phenomenon, quickly becoming the face of a league many have grinded for years to build. So instead of leveling up their own game, some turn her into a punching bag, both literally and metaphorically. It's not tough defense, it's performative bitterness with knee pads on. The resentment, some argue, stems from her being too successful, too popular, and way too blonde for a narrative that others feel should belong to them. This undercurrent of animosity fuels the rough play, making every shove and every trip a statement of disdain, not competition. The hypocrisy doesn't stop there. The league and certain media outlets are caught in a self-made paradox. They revel in the record viewership and sold-out arenas that Clark brings, yet they seem content to allow her to endure a constant barrage of uncalled fouls. Every shove, every trip, every body check becomes content. Viral clips, debate shows, #activism with all the depth of a kiddie pool. The league cashes in on her bruises and then tells her to walk it off. They wanted attention, and they got it. But now they're caught between monetizing her pain and the growing outrage of fans who are witnessing what many believe is a systematic attempt to break her. This is a league that's supposed to be riding high on a historic wave, but its leadership seems perfectly fine with poking the golden goose, hoping it lays more eggs while pretending they're not the ones chasing it around the barn. And perhaps the most shocking aspect of this whole spectacle, the alleged silence and even complicity from her own coaching staff. You'd think with cameras on every inch of the court, officials would be tighter than a conspiracy theorist's corkboard. But no. And the bench, led by Coach Christy Sides White, seems to have accomplished the impossible, neutralizing Caitlin Clark from within. If Clark is getting obliterated on every possession, and her coaching staff isn't calling timeouts, adjusting the playbook, or even blinking an eye, then they're not coaching. They're curating carnage. Every time Caitlin hits the deck and there's no reaction from the bench, you can almost hear the sound of loyalty being vacuumed out of the building. This isn't just bad basketball strategy. It's passive-aggressive, theater with sneakers and Gatorade. While every rival and bitter ex-pro tries to ruin Clark's rise, her own coaching staff seems content to let her run the gauntlet alone, allowing her to be triple-teamed while her teammates post up like they're waiting for a food delivery. Yet, through all this chaos, Clark keeps showing up, keeps scoring crowds that wouldn't show up for their hometown parades. She brings receipts. Every elbow she takes becomes another highlight for SportsCenter. Every silent whistle turns into another sold-out arena. And every time someone tries to humble her with a cheap shot, they just end up boosting her legend. Fans, unwilling to simply swallow the league's narrative, are fighting back, dissecting every uncalled foul, every questionable hit on social media. Her teammate, Sophie Cunningham, who defended Clark in a scuffle, has seen her own social media following explode, proving that fans are desperate for someone to stand up for integrity. This mounting fan fury is creating an undeniable tension between what the league is allowing and what its passionate supporters demand. The Caitlin Clark saga exposes a league at a critical crossroads. It's a damning indictment of selective officiating, the uncomfortable reality of professional jealousy, and the perplexing silence of leadership. The WNBA can no longer hide behind convenient excuses about physicality when the world clearly sees targeted aggression. This isn't just about one player. It's about the integrity of the game itself. Can the WNBA truly flourish and sustain its unprecedented growth if it continues to allow its biggest asset to be systematically dismantled, both physically and reputationally? Or will fans, seeing their sport descend into a hybrid of basketball and reality TV, decide that enough is enough? The future of women's basketball hangs in the balance. And it's a future that depends entirely on whether the league chooses to prioritize dignity and fairness over drama and perceived profit from pain.